see, leaning it out actually made more power in this range. It kept it exactly the same on the low end, but then right about here, it seemed like the belt slipped here. Maybe. Because on our AFR, which was way crazy, AFR went crazy on that run. Super crazy.
Went up and it came back down. Huh?
Yeah, it went down and up, down and up, and down and up, and then it came back up and then down. So we're not going to read that. But basically what I ended up doing was just pulling a little bit of fuel out from this point, about 4,500 all the way up. But it seems like this area here is going to be one of two things that happen in this area. Number one, it's going to be pulling timing, like we had spoke about. Stock timing system is pretty high for these cars, you know what I mean? Especially for boost. That's number one. Or number two, it actually slipped the belt. The thing about this, I don't think it slipped the belt just because the simple fact it's on a cog.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna weigh my bets on actually pulling timing from 5,800 and on, because before it pulled 324 at 64. It could have pulled 330, 331. You know what I mean? If we would have pulled it to 66, 67, you know? But on this run, what we ended up doing was, all we did was just take a little bit of fuel out, and like, let's say, 5,700, you went from 308 to 323 at the very tip top, you know? And then the torque, in real world, like right here, 5,200, you went from 282 foot-pound of torque to 291. Yeah. So, I mean, taking a little bit of fuel out actually helps. It's just way too rich. 209. Looks good though. Looks really good. This is on a very high smoothing, so we're gonna lower the smoothing and see how it looks. Oh yeah. So now you can actually see with zero smoothing in it how the power band is actually acting, okay? So the difference between the two power bands is obviously taking a little bit of fuel out cleans it up. But something happened in this region. Like I said, that's probably going to be timing. But before, as you run it, you can see how it's wavy.
Yeah.
And then the minute you take a little bit of fuel out, it's a little bit smoother. You know? Let me do this. See if I still have his on here.
So there's nothing we can do about the timing, eh?
No. There's nothing. I can't pull it. You know? It would have to be, you know, basically on the tune side, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find... I think I put his under 07. 06. 07. Show that one. That's a supercharged setup with the same motor. And as you can see, let's see here. RPM mile per hour. Okay, yes, it's the same gear, pulling in the same gear. The Vortec actually made more power up top here, but on the low end, the ProCharger obviously makes more power. This was at 9.2 pounds on the Vortec, right?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, this was at 7 pounds. So 7 pounds, it made 321, 255. Then we'll go back, and at 9 pounds, it made 357, 272. But it's a lot later in the band, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I want to see,